Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you guys some items that I really like. $5 or, you know, 50 bucks. So might as well get the most out of your dollar. The glue bots. Traditional bottle. You have to manipulate the piece to be able to put the glue on upside down, or, you know, whatever you have to do. These come with different nozzles and tips. You squeeze the bottle, it draws the glue up into this other reservoir, and you can have different tips for different applications. And once you let go, it sucks the glue back down into the bottle. I bought both these. I thought this one was way too big for things that I normally use, so I went and got the baby bot. This I use quite a bit more. This one I do use if I'm going to be doing a lot of gluing for the day, but that's very rare that I have to do that. This one is what I use 90% of the time. Both come with different things, you know, nozzles, and you know, it's just good, and it sits. You can't. I mean, it's you got round, and then you have the bottom here, so it's less likely you're going to knock this over. So that's one item. I do love these. They're really nice to have. I keep them around in my trailer constantly. So another item that I wanted to show everybody was these tape measures. I have another one somewhere. Can't find it right this minute. But some of these things for tape measures are specific for a job. It's not like your standard tape measure that you're going to have on your hip all day when you're framing or whatever. I should show you the size difference. I don't have one with me, but the Milwaukee tapes are huge. I mean, it's a bigger, better tape, I guess. These are 8 to 10 bucks, I think, but they fit in your hand. They're a 25 footer. So we have a story pole, an easy half, a lefty righty, and then a flat back. Oh, these are all 16 footers. Sorry, but that's what I use most of the time when I'm inside, if I'm doing a kitchen or a layout stuff. Usually I'm within 16 foot, and I have 25 footers also. So story pole, we'll go over this first. And actually I'm going to show you the features of these tapes. All of them are standard throughout all their tape measures. So the belt clip, you have a thumb, you know, you depress this here, you know, it for your clip, it's really nice to have, so you're not, you know, worrying about getting it on and off. For your tape to come out, it has a button right here, you know, that holds it out. Another thing that I do like about it, this actually goes all the way down and locks. Some tape measures you use, you have to like push on it, and it almost gets down there, and it just don't feel right. This one feels great. It locks. So I use these kind of pencils for marking out cabinets and layouts and doing real detailed stuff. And one thing is, you break your lead, right? Well, you know, everybody has these pencils, so I don't use them. It makes your mark too fat. Well, they have made a spot that has pencil sharpener. So while you're doing your layout, if you need to tighten up your lead, you sure can. Now, oh, I forgot my notepad, right? They even thought about that. Right here, you can say, all right, I need something at 13 and an eighth. So right there, you done sharpened your pencil. You wrote that. You're going back to your saw or your notepad or whatever it may be, and you have it. And you can just rub this away. You know, it just rubs away. So that's on all these tape measures. So you have some features built in. They even have one where the back is square and it's a speed square, so you can just lay your tape down and make your straight mark. I don't have one of those, but I thought that was a little too gimmicky. The pencil sharpener, the notepad, is genius. So story pole. So if you're measuring something and you want to measure the same thing over and over again, you want 4 inches, right? So every time you measure 4 inches, and I'm not going to get real crazy here, but you just make a mark, right? At 4 inches. So you can mark that right onto your piece. I don't know if you guys can see that. So every time you pull this back out and you measure another one, your mark is right there. So every piece that you start measuring, your mark will transfer right onto your workpiece. And it's also good for measuring the heights, like when we do bar tops and we want to make sure, you know, we use a level, but you use a bar top, you can make your mark wherever you need to and walk this tape down, make sure you're still at whatever you're at, 42 inches, 39 inches, whatever you make your height to. There's some standard measurements, but I've also done different things for different clients. But it's nice because once you make that mark on there, it just transfers to the next time. You don't have to actually read your tape. You got your mark. You just mark it again. The easy half. Okay, so let's get something here. So if you want to know the half, so this tape measure, so it's 4 inches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if you go back and read where 4 is, you make your mark on the other side, that's your half. You don't have to, and it comes in great when it's 9 5/8. You would find 9 5/8, make your mark, right? Then you go back to this side, 9 5/8, right? And you make your mark, and that's where half is every single time. So you don't have to do your math. It's kind of a dummy stick, and I use this when I'm double checking like cabinet drawers when I'm drilling a lot of times. Like say if you're putting handle sets on, and you need to be dead accurate on every one of them. They make jigs for it too, but I carry this tape measure around for those kind of instances. Lefty righty. So I don't know how many people has ever pulled measuring wood. So if you've ever measured wood and you're pulling, say you're pulling this way. Okay, now you're reading the tape measure. Well, if you ever had to pull from this way, then you're upside down. Well, this tape measure eliminates that. So it doesn't matter if you pull from the left side of the board or the right side of the board. It's always going to be right in your face. And I know the numbers are small. And I do know that, you know, I don't really care for tape measures that have all the little tiny, I don't need all the little tiny measurements because I know my measuring. But they've kind of made this tape measure so you can't mess up. And they took all the guesswork out of it when they made these tape measures, which is a nice feature. That's why I only use it for certain things. Again, this has everything that other ones have built in. This became one of my favorite tapes. Doing layout. So when I'm doing layout, I'm you know, here, this is a good example. See that tape measure, how it sits? And then you're trying to make a mark. Oh, you need it at 7. So now you're rolling your tape measure. You need to roll your tape measure over, and you could be out a little bit, right? Well, this tape measure lays flat. So if you need to make a mark, you can just make your mark right where you want to be every single time. So that's called the flat back. Okay, another item that goes with your tape measures, a couple of them. So you have clip. Well, this clip will go on your belt. Me, I chose to put a couple screws in it, and I mount it to my shelving in my trailer. I have these mounted everywhere. Well, it also has your pencil sharpener built right in. Okay. It also will hold your pencil, right? And it'll hold your tape. So there you go. I have these mounted in my trailer, and this is how I mount them. I just mount them. I clip my tape measures on there. They're all over my work trailer. If I need a tape measure, I remove it and use it and put it back. But it's called the speed clip. Real cheap, but it's kind of nice. If you have a workbench, you can just screw this right to it. You have a spot for your tape measure at all times. The Fat Boy pencil. This comes with a few different leads. It's a mechanical pencil. It's 5.5 millimeter lead. It has an eraser. Let's go ahead and open this up. So you have your lead. Look how big that lead is. If you need to tighten up your lead point, you just unscrew the back here and you can sharpen your lead. So let's see here. So say if you got your lead out and you needed to tighten it up, well, you can just put this on there, give it a few turns, tighten up your lead. There you go. This comes with a few other pieces of lead. You got your standard, your red, and your white. When I'm marking floors, I use white or red. But this is another good item to have. I keep this kind of clipped right on my side. I have several of them, but I keep them clipped on my side at all times. That, my tape measure, and my knife. Keep them there all the time. So, let's see what else we have. I showed this in another video. This is made by Fastcap. It grabs a hinge, it tweaks it, so when you have two doors that come together and you're trying to figure if you're going to shim a hinge or plane a door or whatever, you can use one of these. These are awesome to have. It takes 2 seconds to use. I hide this in my bag because I don't want the guys using this. It's a specialty tool. It's about $20 to $30 depending on when you get it or where you get it. But it's really nice to have because if you can just tweak the hinge a little bit. And I've known about doing this stuff for a while where you can take a rag and a regular monkey wrench and do it. So, but this is a good item to have. This is called a fast break. You can hold, they have another few of them, but this goes on the corner and you can it just takes the edges off of when you're doing laminate. It's called a fast break. So, fast break, knuckle bender, Fat Boy pencil, blue bot, tape measures, a bunch of different kinds of these. And then you also have the speed clip. Okay, you've probably seen this if you've seen my other videos, you've seen this. This is called the Easy Mag or Mag Tip. And this is a good item to have. Well, let's see here. So, screws just don't fall off. I hate it when a screw falls off. Look at that. Do that with a barrel. So quick, I'm just going over these real quick. But these just slip on. You can put them on a regular screwdriver if you want. I have several of these. Fastcap was really what made them famous. I don't know whether it's famous or what. They came up with these, and you can make these. They sell a thing, so if you're working on, you know, Formica, laminate, whatever, doesn't matter what kind you have, they make a kit where you can make your own caps. Fastcap, right? And they do edge banding. I have some of their edge banding somewhere. You can look them up. Just look up fastcap.com. A lot of the stuff you can get on Amazon. So I'm gonna drill a hole in here. So if you're setting a cabinet, you have a hole in the back of a cabinet. And you can actually, this is just a quick demo, but you can take one of these here. And I know this color ain't gonna match right, just because these really don't go together. But you make your hole go away, and that looks absolutely ugly because I have my pencil lead on there. But you see the point. You can make a hole. Let's see. Make a hole. And I know my fingers are absolutely grungy because of that pencil lead. Then you can put a cap over it. So in the back of a cabinet, a side panel where a fridge is, anything like that, I use headless screws. So you can put a screw in there, whatever. If you just have, they're just good to have. And you can make them out of any color you want. They also make different color waxes. They have a wax kit. I think it has 30 different waxes in there, and you can blend and do whatever you want. But I keep these little caps around. There's some other stuff that's even better than these. But if I have a screw hole, like I said, in the back of a cabinet or something, I screwed something to the wall, or if I had to make an adjustment and didn't like where I had to put a screw, I always try to hide them. So Fastcap, yeah, they're Fastcap, fast edge, speed tape, all that stuff. So this is something good to have. All right, so now I'm gonna go over the one item that I really want to go over and show you guys that there's no substitute in the game. Okay, so these are called little hands. I have the big set too. They have dust poles that come from 5 foot to 12 foot. That's the ones I have. I have the contractor pack. There's 4 of them in there. Comes with all kinds of different feet, magnets. The feet, I have the little feet and then I have the big feet. These are 6 inch by 6 inch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set one up for you. There's 4 of them in here. I use these for setting cabinets and other things too. So you would go ahead and pop that thing in there, right? Well, this thing is, let's see if I raise this camera. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so Now, get your bottom cabinet set. You can put this on top of your bottoms cabinets. Now your top cabinets, you get, like I said, I have 4 of them in here. You can assemble 2 or 3 cabinets together at one time, whether it be 1824s, 30s, 36s, whatever your cabinets are. You can put several together, put these up there, lift them up. Once you lift them up, you can put them on here, and these take all the weight. I think these hold up to 150 pounds a piece. They have a speed knob here, so you can raise them up. Okay, these are 16 to 22, I do believe. And once you get them up, you can actually level. So if you're not quite level, before you screw them off, you just give them a little hand pump. And this thing will just pump right on up. Not a problem. These things hold a lot. Like I said, I have the bigger ones, and I make dust shields out of them. These are called the third hands. These are the little hands. They have several other ones that you can use. They make them in all different sizes. They even make extensions, so you can make them as long as you want. They do 150 pounds each. Now, in my experience, the dust walls, this is the most heavy duty. The big ones look just like this, but they start at 5 foot. For video purposes, I didn't want to get those out. Maybe one day when I do another dust wall. My big ones out, I'll do a dust wall demonstration. You can also use them as a spreader, you know, just like you can clamps. But if you guys have anything from Fastcap, let me know. If you guys want to see anything or what you have or what works for you. Fastcap makes a bunch of good stuff for the guys that actually do the work. And like, share, subscribe. Sorry I gave you a bunch of information real fast, but again, just trying to show you some items that you can take a look at and that actually do work that I've used. Thanks a lot. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed all the videos. I will be taking notes on any comments that you guys have. Let me know if you guys have any of these items or any other items by the companies that I have mentioned, and let me know what works and what don't work, what you guys want to see or what interests you. If it's something that I think that I could use, I won't hesitate to buy it. I always like buying tools that I could use or make money or play with. Really, any tools that I can get my hands on, I like to try them out. But I'm not going to go crazy and go buy all kinds of oddball stuff. But things that I do use, or odd and end things, you know, there's a lot of things out there that are pretty cheap that you can grab that make your life a little easier on everyday projects. So if there's something that you think that you guys want to see or I should have, then let me know. Like, share, subscribe.